When I was a young boy, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to argue cases and fight for justice. Little did I know that 20 years later, I'd be fighting for liberty. I'd be fighting for freedom. I'd be fighting for democracy! 10 hours of Helldivers 2 is just not enough. This video isn't just about the first 10 hours of Helldivers 2. This video is about how 10 hours of Helldivers 2 will have you fighting for Super Earth with everything you have. Every fiber of your being. Every inch of pain you can bring to the battlefield. By the end of this video, I will give you 10 reasons to join the greatest fleet of soldiers Mother Liberty has pulled out of her bosom. I will give you 10 unbreakable, unshakable, unbelievable moments that make this the game you should be playing, the game you need to continue playing. And if you don't play video games and you read books for fun, because that's fun, then this is your guide to Helldivers 2, the game that your spouse or your child, who are actually cool because they play it, are playing it. It's not just a hobby. Spreading democracy, one kaboom at a time. But first, a history lesson. It's 2015. Star Wars returns with The Force Awakens. It turns into one of the biggest movies of all time. But that's not the space story we're talking about today. A developer in Sweden was about to blow everyone's mind with a game about aliens, robots, and bombs. Arrowhead Studios released Helldivers. The original game had this top view where you could see the aliens as they come, and your team as well. It had its satire and spreading democracy objective, and people loved it. But they had to go bigger. They had to get better. And for this, they turned to an OG. GTA is a game that every single gamer out there is familiar with. In fact, the phrase, "we got this" before GTA 6 is almost as common as dishonest politicians. But for those of you who are too young to vote, there was a game called GTA 2, and the POV was this.
And remember, respect is everything.
The gameplay was from top. It was hard to walk around as the minimap had not been invented. But for its time, GTA 2 was unstoppable until...
I feel you're not giving me a fair slice. And more than that, you've been embarrassing me in front of the boys. I can't have that.
Okay, yes, I know. There was a GTA 3 before GTA Vice City. But I'm trying to make this video relevant, so just go along with it. GTA Vice City had a view of the character. You controlled him. You could shoot cops, people, steal cars, basically interact with objects better. It made sure the franchise was going to continue. It made sure the games were different. And do I even need to tell you how successful it became? Now take all of GTA and combine it with this. For those of you who are unable to drive yet, a cult favorite called Starship Troopers used to play back on Star movies in the 90s and the early 2000s. It had satire,
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
it had bugs, it had explosions, now doesn't the helmet look familiar? Doesn't this gun look familiar? Now look at Denise Richards.
Johnny and Rico, are you jealous?
Oh, Charlie, you had everything and you lost everything. Anyway, there is no doubt in my mind that this was the basis for Helldivers. And I'm 100% sure any Helldiver out there who's over the age of 30 will agree. GTA Vice City plus Starship Troopers is equal to...
Our way of life. Oh, hello. But freedom doesn't come free.
No! Sweet liberty! No!
Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. You could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life. Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free. Join the Helldivers. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force!
That being said, 2024 February, Helldivers 2 took the world by storm. And I'm 100% sure this game will be played for a long time after. The bombs got better, the guns got better, the aliens got better faces, and they spat green bile on you. I wish I could have played this game as soon as it came out in 2024. And I honestly can't wait to finish making this video and just get to playing. That being said, please subscribe and check out my live streams when playing online. And if you'd like, you can join me in for a game as well. Leave a comment below. Now, a lot of you might be thinking there was StarCraft as well. You had Terrans, you had Zergs, very similar. True. And maybe even there were games like PUBG and Free Fire and Fortnite that came out where you could see the character, third-person point of view. But the reason I picked GTA and Starship Troopers, I picked GTA because GTA 2 started from the top, the same way Helldivers 1 did. GTA 3 and Vice City, etc., had the third-person point of view. It was the same progression and the games were successful. I like to think Helldivers is just as successful, starting with the top view and moving to the third-person point of view. Secondly, as for Starship Troopers, do I really need to tell you why I feel it's similar? Now guys, before I start my 10-hour journey through Helldivers 2, let's just take a look at Denise Richards one more time. Oh, Charlie. You had a diamond and you went for a beetroot.
Calling in reinforcements!
In hour 1, cadet, you are nothing more than a maggot that just got hatched into this godforsaken world. You have to undergo training to earn your cape. You see, some things in life are important, but that cape is importanter. Without a cape, you are not a Helldiver. You are not even a diver. You are nothing. And we give you this training to make sure you can take on what's about to come. But don't be fooled. The training is nothing compared to what is coming your way. I mean, seriously, the training is nothing compared to the actual game, and I learned it the hard way. And so will you. Brace yourself. Do the training nice and slow. And of course, when you don't take your time for training, you're gonna think you can take on every single bug that you see. But... in hour 2, you realize you are given a ship by Super Earth. You need to travel through space, defeating, destroying, and being a prophet of freedom. You have to show the entire galaxy, nay, the universe, that Super Earth is the only way, and that liberty has a ton of ways to make them scream. Also, flipping through all the stuff you unlock is pretty damn cool. I mean, generally, before a game is about 40 minutes, I spend about 30 minutes before the game just trying to unlock stratagems and deciding what I'm going to play with. Pretty sure everybody does it the same way. Admit it, cadet. You spend 1 hour just deciding what to equip. Leave your favorite stratagem in the comments. No, seriously, leave your favorite stratagem in the comments. I specifically love playing with four sentries so that I can stay in the middle of them and just rack up kills. What's your favorite? In hour 3, you finally decide to embrace democracy and her seductive ways of establishing freedom. You get shot down to a planet in a pod, which surprisingly didn't explode this time. You get out your summon advanced weapons to aid you in battle. And this particular time, you weren't summoned into the middle of a battle, or rather, you were reinforced in the middle of a swarm. It happens. fighting machines. One day you have a machine gun. One day you have a Gatling gun that shoots you down. And surprisingly, it's your own Gatling gun. You realize you can get hurt on the battlefield not just by the enemy, but by your own squad. And in most cases, the most dangerous person to you is you. Friendly fire? It's just an injury. And what do we say about injuries?
Injuries? What injury?
Just try not to get yourself killed more than 15 times.
Marking location, southwest.
Calling in reinforcements!
At hour 5, you brand yourself as a Helldiver. You start saying the words democracy, freedom, and liberty in your normal life day to day. This is so true. I just keep telling my wife that we need to spread democracy. In the morning, she comes and gives me a cup of liberty. I can't turn it off. I want a gun. And I don't even live in America. You start expecting things to blow up when you touch it. You start seeing direction keys on real things like the TV remote and the toilet flush. The toilet flush is up, down, left, right, down. That's either the toilet flush or it's reinforced, one of the two. You try to summon an eagle on your mother-in-law's house. No, I'm just kidding. My mother-in-law is great. But her daughter, though. You are embedded into the madness, the chaos, the mayhem that Helldivers 2 is, and you love it, and Super Earth loves you for it, until...
Calling in reinforcements!
At hour 6, you start to look for a squad that you can rely on, because the missions just got tougher, with higher difficulty levels that you obviously can't survive in. You need super soldiers to help you, cadet, and then you realize you need your own squad. So now you go door to door preaching the good word of liberty to enlist some of the neighborhood's finest. Because this wasn't a game about just democracy, although that is what it is exactly. It's about friendship and blowing things up. This game is now your social life until your friends decide to kill you.
Reinforcement budget depleted.
Calling in reinforcements!
At hour 7, you realize you can decide on your life insurance. You can decide on what to call your baby. You can even decide on which home you're going to send your parents to. But which stratagems to equip? Yeah, this is where you realize you have just too many of them and you don't know what to equip. Like I said, play 4 sentries, but I put 4 sentries and then I'm like, but an autocannon? Are we going to play orbitals and eagles? Are we taking a jetpack to run or a watchdog to fight? We don't know. All we know is I'm holding a 500 kg democracy souffle for sure.
Requesting air support!
Requesting air support. Marking location, southwest.
Calling in reinforcements!
At hour 8, you realize there are 1 million ways to die in this game. Sometimes you're a martyr, sometimes not so much. Death by friendly fire, death by my own hand, death by a bug attack, death by a bot attack, death by burning, death by falling, death by bile, death by being stepped on. You know what? If I actually get 10 comments telling me to make this video, I'm gonna make a video on 100 ways to die in this game. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you want to see that video. And you can even suggest ways to die. Be creative. Can you pick up the super samples, please?
Calling in reinforcements!
At hour 9, you are molded into the soldier that Super Earth wants you to be. You can't live without a big boom. Heck, I love big booms and I cannot lie.
Calling in orbital strike.
You can't live without big guns. You need unlimited ammo. You want to see a giant bile titan fall to the ground in an explosion that could probably take out a tiny village in some part of the world. I'm not going to say which part of the world. I'm going to take a clutch over here and I'm going to avoid this joke altogether. You want to keep playing. You need to keep playing. You want to see outstanding patriotism. You want to get those samples and you want to unlock every stratagem out there, all the uniforms. Sometimes you just need a hug, man.
Watch over the Federation of Super Earth. Note to self. I need trousers.
But overall, at this point, you know you never really wanted to be a lawyer or a doctor growing up. You always wanted to be a helldiver. The game just showed you who you really are.
Calling in reinforcements!
And for hour number 10, this one's really personal. When I'm going for a walk, working out, or even before I go to sleep, when I need to think, I cannot tell you how often I just put the OST of this game. That intro, the one when you're being shot in the pod. I have never heard music that was this inspiring. I get shot from the pod and I feel like it's my solemn duty to shoot and kill bugs. And it works for everything else. It's so inspiring. It gives me such a big push, not just for 5 minutes, but as long as I'm hearing the da-da-da-dan, dan-da-dan, and I feel like liberating all of the planets. And not only this, when you're in the game, when the suspense music comes in, man, you just know, you feel so great. It's such an amazing set of tunes. And I feel like when you have Doom was a game where, Mick Gordon came in, da-don, don, don, da-don, da-don. I mean, that was amazing by itself. You're a Doom guy, you're running through a lot of aliens, you know what you're gonna do. But this had the suspense moments, the thrill, the inspiration, it's all just magic. That's what I love the most about this game. It just keeps you going with the music. And that is something I don't think anybody can ever take away from it. What is your favorite aspect of the game? Let me know in the comments. And before going, I just want to say one last thing that I love about this game. You can log in at 2 p.m., 2 a.m. You can log in at 6 a.m. in the morning when you just wake up. It doesn't matter. You can randomly get into a team. You'll find somebody whose mic is on. And you're going to have such a great time because you can actually find a new friend online. And that is something really cool. I've met a lot of cool people who I've sent friend requests to. And it's a lot of fun playing with them. I have met some of the best destroyers in this game, and I have seen people who just like to have fun. There was this guy who just kept leaping around the entire plane when it came, and we didn't get in. And we kind of died because a bile demon came and killed us and stepped on us. But just leaping behind him was a lot of fun. And I'm telling you, this game is a social experiment with bombs, with blood, and with satire. And I'm telling you, it is one of the best things that has ever happened. I cannot think of any other game that can do this with these three elements in its arsenal. Amazing, amazing, and I just can't wait for that super cape to come in. The super earth cape, yes, I'm waiting for it. I know it's coming. It better be a different design. And one last thing, there is no better feeling than coming up on that elevator, rising with your squad, covered in green or blood or whatever, and doing the finger blasters. That's amazing. I said finger blasters. I'm gonna end this video on that note. And, if you don't like your friends, kill them. Now go be a Helldiver and make sure to like and subscribe to this video and leave a comment, please. Let me know about an interesting way to die. Let me know what's your favorite stratagem. And if you want to play, hit me up in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.